along with the coach, Rob Brule. And Coach, Woodstock Academy looking to do something that rare, double up boys and girls soccer championship.
Yeah, and they have a very good chance of doing it too. This is one of the best teams on both sides that they've had in a long time. So I would not doubt the success. They got great players in the right places, and it's going to be a big night for the Woodstock Centaurs.
They, of course, pulled the upset in the semifinals, a 2-1 upset in overtime over the number 1 seeded Stonington Bears. And conversely, East Lyme also with a 2-1 overtime victory over a foe that is no stranger to them, the Ledyard Colonels. Those teams could play all day and all night, and it would be a 1-goal game.
Absolutely. Those are 4 great teams, and the 2 best have risen to the top, and they're here tonight.
Right off the bat, East Lyme has the draw, and Kaczynski just bangs it deep. It'll have our first goal kick, and I think that was just to get the ball onto the Woodstock side of things, and let's have East Lyme set up shop. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the Vikings and from the Centaurs.
Well, I think the Centaurs are starting right out with a 4-3-3. It looks like they've worked on that a little bit. This is going to be dangerous if they flick these on all day. So we'll see what happens there. But they just probably want to stay compact. They got a good, solid back 4, and East Lyme wants to match it with a 4-4-2 and see if they can isolate with Duncan and Alex up front.
Well, of course, as we speak, the keepers are always very important, especially in the aforementioned matchup battle there. If Woodstock is going to be looking to flick the ball on, that's going to make the keeper's decision-making the priority today, more so perhaps than even his skills making saves. His decisions of when to hold his line, talking, communicating, become even more important.
Yeah, I think they're going to be higher up on their line. Both keepers, they'll play up near the 18s, like for this. And they're not, these teams want to play, so they want to play the ball out wide like this.
Jack Lauder is the junior goalkeeper for Woodstock, and on the other side of things, senior and reigning ECC Athlete of the Week, Sonny Lyle, the East Lyme keeper.
Yeah, I saw that. He had a great game. He's one of those guys that's been here before, so he'll be up for the test tonight. Very athletic, very quick.
He is. We saw him earlier in the year.
Great effort.
Length and a missed opportunity in the early going. Sometimes you expect to see a ball on the keeper. That came really quickly and out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's why you take the shot. Early in the game, there's nerves going on. So that was a great effort by the Vikes.
And we'll get a corner kick. Kaczynski will take it for the Vikes on the near corner. Low line drive and a dangerous ball. And it goes out of bounds, so it will be a goal kick for Woodstock. We were talking about Lyle earlier in the year. Got beat low, but showed a real fearlessness coming out of the net. We're now half of a season farther along. Looking forward to seeing the confidence of the senior goalie.
And he's tested, 1-goal games. How do you not test it as a goalkeeper? You got, 8 1-goal games this year? Tough schedule, so he's ready. He's a gamer. He'll be ready tonight.
When I played keeper, I had one 8-goal game.
Hey, listen. I'll tell you what, love that. Love seeing O'Neill in goal.
Yes, all the offensive players.
You're the only guy who wore baseball gloves.
That's great. In the corner it goes, and Power tries the center, and it goes out of bounds.
I tell you what, this is a good start by the Vikings right now. And I'll tell you what, if this is on frame, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, this is definitely the pace that they want, keeping the ball in the Woodstock end, controlling it. Another corner kick in the near corner will come off the foot of Kaczynski. And he's a magician with the ball, so this time, again, low line drive, and it's punched up and out by Lauder. Yeah. It'll be another corner, but Kaczynski can do that all day long, that low line drive, and all it takes is either a misstep from the keeper or somebody being able to get a body part on the ball.
Yep.
Here it comes again, low line drive, this time back post, and it's flicked out nicely by the Centaurs.
Yeah, well done there. Way to get it out. That's a great ball. But you're going to watch. Woodstock's going to want to push up as quickly as possible. So we'll see if Alex and the forwards can get back on sides.
Kung does a nice job of warding off the defender. Now it goes in the corner. Little center ball is put far post and a little bit too strong that time as it sailed past Kaczynski out of bounds, and Woodstock will have an opportunity. Woodstock with far and away the best mascot in the entire conference, the Centaur. Sometime when the sports doctor arrives, we'll quiz him to see if he's learned what the Centaur is. He struggles with his mythology, so that was not a good look for him. High goal kick. Carries over the 50 and headed nicely back by the Vikings, and Duncan Manthouse will come down. Manthouse now in the middle with a run. Looks to get a shot off and gets stymied. Puts it back to the outside. That's a nice little touch pass there, but Woodstock steps in front. East Lyme really keeping the ball in the Woodstock end. Woodstock has not really had much of an offensive presence yet. They've been just trying to keep East Lyme at bay. And we'll see the ball go out of bounds, and we'll have a Woodstock throw on the far side. Huck Gelhaus puts a ball ahead. He was trying to shoot it up ahead to Holcomb, and instead East Lyme controls out of bounds. So, as is often the case early on in a soccer match between two teams of equal skill, a little probing, a little prodding, trying to find out how they're going to approach certain things. But I think it's very clear that Woodstock is going to try to push once they get the ball to the midfield. East Lyme has been a little more methodical. Ball far side, Finn Power rushing to try to keep it in. He does, and he tries to beat Morin, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be East Lyme throw. And Kaczynski, now, are you surprised? I mean, I know they do this, but are you surprised that they have Kaczynski not receiving these balls off of the corners and the throws?
I love him on the ball. Anytime he touches the ball, good things happen. So I'm okay with him. I'm okay with him touching it.
A little flick out, and Sean Reardon will play it through the midfield, and he puts it on the feet of Fangsa. And now up ahead, Woodstock making a little bit of a push. That's Quintus Gonzalez. Quintus Gonzalez, one of their goal scorers. Left foot tries to put it in front, but well defended out there by Joey Grubb. One of the bigger defenders you're going to see in high school soccer. Joey Grubb is big and long, very powerful back there, anchors the East Lyme D.
I think that's what you're going to see from Woodstock tonight. I think that's going to be the counter-attack style. They're going to get after it. Ooh, it looks like they're giving it back to the Vikes.
I said
But I think you're going to have that little counter-attack style. Go at them. See if they can stop you.
One of the goal scorers for Woodstock is so talented that he often scores before the announcer can get his entire name out of his mouth. So whenever Alejandro Quintus Gonzalez has the ball, I have to be quick because he can score very quickly. Here's a through ball to Power. Down the left side, just trying to keep it, slides to the ground and can't get a foot on the ball in time, and it'll be a goal kick for Woodstock.
Yeah, good idea there. Alex pointing to himself, hey, my bad, I didn't weigh the pass, but he had him. And what I was talking to Coach Christensen before the game, they want to attack the width. 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 like this. The Woodstock play is real narrow. Well, they're going to try to exploit him out wide. And I think you'll see Alex out wide a little bit tonight. Which is
an unusual place for him. He likes to come through the inside. He is so good coming through that hash, right in that seam up the middle.
Yeah.
He is very sneaky. People. It's amazing that someone as talented as him you can lose sight of, but they do. They lose him a lot, and next thing you know, he's past you. We've seen so many goals where he just got to balls that I think teams didn't expect him to be anywhere near.
Right.
Nice little move. Reardon had an opportunity. Woodstock still controls with Newton. Newton, little touch. Keeping it in the middle of the field. Back to Newton again. And we'll have a little overlap, and we'll play it back to the midfield, back to the defense. A little switch of fields. I like that. Ball goes back to the middle, and Reardon has it again high in the air. This is dangerous. Grubb gets ahead on the ball, and out wide it goes with Chillicothe. We get a flag and a point. It's going to be East Lyme throw. As that ball touched out. Or actually, it's going to be a kick as there was a penalty whistled against Woodstock. So you have East Lyme. See, now they're keeping. They keep three back.
Yep.
So they're going to be. That's a cautious set against that quick transition of Woodstock. Grubb bangs it. Elegant in the air, both teams athletic. Chillicothe now, he loses it. Woodstock.
Good turn.
That was a nice move right there by Fangsa. That was well done, using his body to shield off his defender and twist the ball with his body. That's a very, very subtle move, but a good position, and it results in here's a free ball for Woodstock.
You would have liked to wait the referee to wait maybe one more second on an advantage call there, but it's easier, the ref up here, doesn't it?
Lal comes out of the net, and he received that kick. Was from Cole Hackett. So speaking of big defenders, Cole Hackett, number 10 for Woodstock.
Sounds like a back.
Doesn't
he sound like a back?
He does, and along with Chase Anderson, who's a giant.
Yeah.
So they got some big guys. There's Reardon with the ball. Nice pressure from the East Lyme mid. Tries to shoot it through to Newton. but Finn Power is there, and now they're playing a little one-on-one, and Power will subtly let it go out of bounds, so we'll have a throw here on the edge, or is it out on the edge? It'll be a goal kick.
I think East Lyme's going to have to get Matty Kung involved a little bit sooner now. I think now you're 10 minutes into the game. You want your center mid to touch the ball. He hasn't touched it yet.
Yeah,
so
we haven't said his name.
No, and if you're not, that's a good job by Woodstock, trying to avoid him. Like they're trying to bypass the midfield so they don't get the ball to him.
A nice head ball there. Now Holcomb has an opportunity. Holcomb battling. A lot of maroon in one place. As an observer and as a coach, it's too many guys in one place. You don't need 3-on-1 because that means 2 other people someplace else are in space.
Yep.
There's Kung now with a steal. He pushes it through to Manthau, and Manthau's trying to go up the midfield, looking for an overlap with Power. There it is. Power down the left side. Little something brewing here. Power. Oh, and he's stoned. And they're battling for the ball now, our Power and Morin. That's a nice battle out there. Morin just stepped right in.
It's a free kick, huh? Called a foul.
And they do. So
this could be dangerous.
Kaczynski, the dangerous one, they're going to put a little 2-person wall up in front of him. And can there be a bigger difference in size than Newton and Chase Anderson, about a foot difference? So they're going to send a smaller person up. Kaczynski, dangerous, into the wall. Back out to him now. East Lyme here. Kaczynski puts it right back in. Far post looking for a head ball and gets one. And just missing wide.
Boy, he almost had time to take it down, actually, if someone talked to him.
Yeah, Malky that time with the head ball, but you're right. He could have probably settled that onto his foot and gotten off a much more accurate shot.
Yeah, but you like the effort, man. Get your head on it, make things happen.
Yeah.
Great service by Alex again,
And I think that there are times, in soccer when the ball's in the air on a cross,
right?
You're taught get your head on it,
yeah,
and that's so
exactly.
it's to have the sort of presence to know I have that extra second. That's tough.
Yeah. That's why only a few do it.
Nice job stepping up. Woodstock comes in, and that's Hackett, and he bangs it up, and Lal will take it.
Yep.
East Lyme will reset as we've got about 28 minutes remaining here in the first half of a scoreless game in the ECC Championship game of boys soccer, Woodstock Academy and East Lyme Vikings.
Uh-oh.
There's a turnover in the midfield by Grubb, and then a turnover right back the other way, but a fortunate bounce puts it on Reardon's foot for Woodstock. Malky steps in front and creates a turnover, and then Kaczynski tries to put it on a foot, and it goes out of bounds off of a Woodstock defender, so it'll be East Lyme throw. Finn Power will put it right onto Malky's foot, and a step in by Anderson, and now Reardon has the ball going the other way, and now Newton on the right side.
Nice touch by Reardon.
And puts it in front off of Reardon, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Woodstock throw. Nice work there by Reardon and by Newton.
Yeah, I like Reardon. Soft feet, sees the game.
I like that ball off the foot of Holcomb in front, and a shot sails high. Well done that time. Eric Funksa got his foot on the ball and hit a nice hard shot, just sailed over the bar, and that's probably the first real legit opportunity that Woodstock has had on a shot on goal.
Yeah, and he got to the ball, he timed it well, and he turned quickly and had to go. You never know. So, but it was 13 minutes into the game, it's first shot.
Yeah, even that's not a true shot on goal. I mean, it's something that you wouldn't expect to go in, but I think Woodstock's just feeling out, and they seem to really like this near side right now, whether it's a little bit of over-aggressiveness on Power or whether they're sensing something in the backs. They've been playing this side.
Yeah, normally in high school, the right side is usually the strong side for a team, so, here we go.
Manthau now steps up, puts it back in the middle, and there's Kung, tries to switch fields, stepped in nicely. And up ahead, here's a dangerous ball, a little bit too much steam on it. Lal comes off, well-timed, smart move by Lal. He knew he was not going to be able to get there to use his hands, and he beat Holcomb there and got a foot on it and cleared it.
Yep, good play.
Grubb gets a head on it for East Lyme, onto Kung's head. And then Manthau bangs it up ahead. He's going to have, there's Kaczynski making a run, but he wisely holds up as Lotter gets to the ball first. And that's that kind of ball. That's where they let Kaczynski run, just to put the ball ahead of everybody, and Kaczynski beats them there.
Yep. That
time a little too much steam. There's a nice flick by Woodstock, and controlling is Holcomb, but he loses it out of bounds.
Nice call by the referee. Good old friend Roy Collins down there. Real decisive throw-in call. Good job, Kahlo.
That's an interesting throw-in by Chillicothe. No choice there, but... And Kaczynski, nice touch. Power with a beautiful little ball. On the run now, Manthau. Manthau cuts it back towards the middle, and he and Kung, no communication, and the ball's cleared by Woodstock.
Yeah, good effort, though. I like how East Lyme's attacking with speed and numbers. You know, they're not afraid. They're going to go at it.
Newton will defer and let Aiden Morin make the throw for Woodstock.
It's a good thing when 6 guys are attacking.
Back on the foot of Holcomb, now back to Morin. Morin tries to go through the middle of the field, and nice job by Malky to put a foot on it. And now Malky will control and turn the other way. Kung now steps in, makes a move to the outside to get some space. Puts it to the outside. Vikings have an opportunity. And a little too much touch that time. Ball in the middle, always dangerous. Malky steps in front, has an opportunity. Malky with a left foot, and he sails it high.
That's great play. Great ball by Duncan. Unlucky there. Little hop at the end.
The junior midfielder, Kurt Malky, had a chance that time off the left foot and just sailed it high.
Yeah.
Golden opportunity. And that first real point-blank opportunity, Vikings come up a little empty, and it's still no score. 24 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yep, that was a great effort. And clever. You know, it was clever. It was creative. It was, you know, an all-star from Kung in the midfield.
Little quick switch here. Nice body control by Holcomb for Woodstock. And
yeah, they were talking. Coach C for East Lyme was talking about Holcomb up front. He's a game changer. He's a difference maker for them, and he's back healthy now. So they didn't play against him the first game of the year. So he's worried about Holcomb up front. You can see why.
Yeah, he's got a real soccer sense about him.
Yeah, good little engine to him.
Fongsa, nice job cutting him off. Malky takes it away from behind, puts it out to Power. Power with the left foot sails it, looking for a run from Kaczynski. Kaczynski's trying to beat everybody, and he can't quite get there before Hackett comes in and just bangs it out of bounds, and the Vikings will have a throw. Kaczynski quickly dumps it into Power. Power with a left foot. Pressure, and it's Morin does a nice job. He steps in and clears it far side.
Not exactly where you want to put that clear, but it worked.
Not to the middle, but
it worked.
Quintus Gonzalez got there. And now here's a little touch ball looking for Holcomb, and
good defending.
Grubb clears it out of bounds for the Vikings, so it'll be a centaur throw.
Yep.
Morin right in on the foot of Reardon. Back to Morin. A little triangle going on there. And a step in as Gelhaus loses it. Now the far side, Fongsa controls for Woodstock. Puts it onto the foot of Quintus Gonzalez in the middle. Oh, there's a man and a nice touch. Newton had a beautiful touch, put it in front, but couldn't get it onto the foot of Reardon in time. No whistle as Kaczynski goes down to the ground. He's tangled up with Morin, and now ball far side as Arsenal will send it out of bounds, and it'll be Woodstock ball. So the 2 threes, Morin and Kaczynski got tangled up and went to the turf. There's Fongsa. Oh, a big, hard collision out there, and that shakes up Reardon for the Centaurs. He gets up a little slow.
We call that gimpy.
Throw in here for the Vikings. A lot of crowding and a little surprised. And here's a shot attempt by Holcomb, but it's blocked nicely by East Lyme. And now Grubb will put a head onto it, looking for Power. Power misses it, but Kaczynski, he's one-on-one battling with Anderson, and he wins, so Kaczynski will have the throw. He wants Kung. There he goes.
Not too far.
Oh, nice step in by Hackett.
That's what he does. He cleans things up. Solid center back.
And a big battle of the fours, Anderson and Kung, and this one will be a Viking throw. Not going to say Centaurs, so Morin will make the throw for the Woodstock. He'll get it back and lose it out of bounds, so East Lyme will quickly turn it over, and Chillicothe will have a throw for the Vikings.
Game settled down a little bit now. Both teams going at each other. Pretty predictable.
They're going to get Morin on a little trip, so
These set pieces are going to come back and haunt you, with this guy on the ball.
Yeah, Kaczynski's very, very talented. Look him go far post. He loves to see Malky there. Big size.
Sometimes these championship games are decided on a set piece.
There he is looking for Manthau, far post. Paul put back in front and cleared out by Woodstock.
Well done.
Yeah, but I mean, Kaczynski's just, he puts the ball right on a dime.
Yeah.
Put it right. He didn't want a head ball. He wanted it onto a foot, and he did. He put it right on Manthau's foot on the far post. It was beautifully done. If it wasn't just for stout defense, that's a perfectly done set piece by the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a goal in most games.
Yeah.
This is great defending.
And comes a time when you sort of know what your opponent wants to do. They know that what East Lyme likes to do. And I will say that it's one of those things where Kaczynski's been making very few. He hasn't been putting a lot of air under anything. He's been making a lot of low line drives, centers. A lot of his crosses have been really hard and low. So they obviously want to get the ball onto the feet of the Viking scorers, and Woodstock has been staying home. They haven't allowed any shots from within 10 yards.
Right.
Nice flick off the head of Quintas Gonzalez, but Woodstock will now try to do a little overlapping run on the outside. Well done. Put back in the middle, but there's Malky to step out and clear for the Vikings.
That's what Woodstock's got to do. They got to get the ball wider. They got to stretch this defense. It's making it so easy for East Lyme just to defend. They don't have to go, east and west. So anybody can defend, north and south.
Oh, I like that little
flick.
Holcomb just dropped it. I like that. Just a little touch. He just was running with the ball and then left the ball behind and didn't, stop running. It was very well done.
Clever.
In the middle now, we're going to get a little high foot, a little dangerous play. And so I have a question. When did they stop requiring you to tuck your jerseys in?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's probably 2008, maybe.
Because I noticed it in the warm-ups that they all had their jerseys untucked, and I just thought, warm-ups. And then a couple of the kids, like on the other side of things, Holcomb and Gelhaus, they have their shirts tucked in.
Right.
But I'd say 18 of the 20 kids out there do not have their jerseys tucked.
No.
And, of course, that was one of the things. That was a mandatory back when we played.
Yep.
Far post, opportunity. Oh, and Powers just can't quite let it go. Finn Power had a chance far post, but had a bad angle and had a defender right on him, and it sails wide.
Yeah, he hits that first touch. That's in. You want to easier said than done, but you just get something on it, put it on frame. One touch. But good effort.
Has the ball changed much?
Yeah, lighter. From when we played, they were like that concrete nylon that we used.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the brines?
Yes,
those
the
are
brines.
the good ones.
Oh, my God. They ripped. You could tear your skin on those things. When it got cold, those things got.
God, in October, I never headed the ball.
Oh, no. We played a game in Killingly back in 1988 or so, where it was like
wind tunnel.
It was like 32 degrees and windy,
Yep.
and that thing was like playing with a stone.
Yeah.
And I took a shot off the thigh, and my entire leg went numb.
Do you still have a scar?
It permanently bruised. I remember that. So these balls are a little lighter.
Yeah, a little lighter. They're like 11 panel. They're a little. The flight of the ball is a little bit better, and just everything's better about them.
Does that contribute to the longer distance that we're seeing on some of the through balls and some of the free kicks?
So.
A little lighter, travels a little more, gets up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's better. It's just a better ball.
I know
plus the kids are just better.
Oh, they absolutely are. But just from an equipment standpoint, and you look at how things develop. I know the cleats are light years better than the cinder blocks that we would put on our feet.
I know. I remember you wearing baseball cleats in goal, and I was like, man.
Well, it was only because they had metal spikes. I was hoping to take somebody out.
You're still magical in the goal, though.
In so much as people said, I've never seen that done before. Yes, that is true. Here's an opportunity, far post here, but Lau will come up and clean it up.
Yeah, you got to. Nice and composed, It's
yes.
nice to have a
senior
post keeper,
Senior doesn't get rattled.
Yeah.
And he's got a great leg on top of it. He puts that ball 60 yards in the air.
Right.
And you see 4 Viking defenders with only 2 Woodstock offensive players. That's that 4-4-2. They're not getting the extra 2 midfielders up.
No.
It is the 2 attacks, and that's about it.
Yeah, and they got to get for success. They got to get the ball wide. They got to get it wider. Get outside the hash marks. get out to the touchline, spread, change the point of attack. It's very predictable, making it easy for the Vikings to defend it. Like right there, that's just good defending. Team defending, really.
15:35 remaining here in the first half. No score. And really, not a lot of opportunities. This is clearly one of those games where the first team that sneaks somebody through, that first mistake, the first whiff on a ball that rolls through, is probably going to be a momentum changer in a way that is more than just significant, because 1-0 will feel like 2-0 with these two teams.
It will. Usually in these games, the team that scores first will hold on. And I think it's going to come down to a set piece. I really do. This has the makings of a set piece game,
Which often means as well, the mistake, right? The inadvertent handball, the bad angle that results in a foul, and then comes the free kick in a real scoreable position.
Yeah, it's usually what happens. Or the corner, you just didn't clear it, and now they got a corner.
That's right.
That's when the other team can score.
And again, not that Woodstock isn't chock full of talented players. They are. That's part of the reason why they're here. But you always have to wonder. We talked about this previously. If you have the best player on the field, then what can they do? And the best player, more often than not, is Alec Kaczynski.
Yes.
And so we saw that earlier in the year. We said they're gonna, the two teams were evenly matched, Ledyard and East Lyme, and we said one team has Kaczynski, the other doesn't.
Exactly, and I think maybe 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's the real difference. Woodstock has to be completely aware of where he is at all times.
Yep.
And it doesn't take much for him to have an opportunity. So.
And the Vikings do a nice job finding him. Like this team, what Coach C said before the game, their chemistry is great. Like, I asked him what the difference was last year and this year. Oh, there's a foul. What's the difference? Chemistry. They get along really well. They fight for each other. The chemistry is really good. So they find Alex. They know when to get the ball to him. So here you go. Here's this little East Lyme's had their way, and now you get a little set piece going the other way. Now they bring the trees up there, and anything can happen.
Yeah, and they do, and they have some big uns up there. So first opportunity, 22 out in the air, looking for a head ball. It's in front, and there was the opportunity as Hackett had a chance, dipped his head, and just missed. And it goes off of, so they're going to say it's off of an East Lyme defender. So we'll have a corner from the near side, and that's going to get taken by Holcomb. So Holcomb will take the corner. Low line drive on the ground, through, and an opportunity in front. Oh, man, Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez had it as they went low on the ground, a ground ball up the middle, and he just sailed it over the top of the goal.
Yeah, you can't fault that effort, but when you got four guys that are 6'2", get that ball up there in the air. Let him go up there. You just had Hackett with a great opportunity. Do it again.
Oh, there's a step-in steal by Fongsa.
He's had a good game out there.
They look to try to go out wide to Newton. Puts it in front. Now back out top it goes Holcomb. Holcomb in the middle, and Fongsa with an opportunity. But he bangs it just wide of the goal. And they'll say off of East Lyme, it'll be another corner kick.
So now you got that little free kick earlier. Now you had an opportunity with the head. Now you got a little momentum going. This is what Woodstock needed right now.
So Reardon will step up and take the corner. Near side. He goes high in the air. Head ball just over the top of Anderson. And it goes to the far sideline. And the Vikings will throw.
Yeah, they want that back, I bet.
Well, actually, Anderson, he's got to be 6'3", and that's the opportunity right there to get up top. And just over the top of his head.
Yeah, 6'4", you're scoring a goal. 6'3", going up for a throw-in.
That's a good, exactly right. They say it's a game. The games are of inches, right? Playing back, there's where Kaczynski's so dangerous.
Here it is again.
There it is again.
Oh, Duncan tried, though. He tried. Not sure who that was. It wasn't
Swenson in the game.
Swenson, yeah.
Swenson in the game, and he had a chance, and he knew that Kaczynski would immediately head towards the goal. I look at it, I always like to compare sports because there's so many similarities. And in basketball, there's certain guards that are just really good at knowing when their teammate is going to get a rebound, and they leak out in a perfect way to receive an outlet pass, and they get a layup.
Right.
On other teams, the guards make the wrong choice. They leak out, and their teammates don't get a rebound, and they get beat on the boards because they're leaking out when they shouldn't. Kaczynski knows exactly the right time to go and exactly the right time to stay, and his teammates know that he's going when he does. I mean, that's the chemistry part. And I'm not sure that that's something taught. You can play 1,000 games, and that instinct of just knowing when your teammate's going to get there first and you can head to goal, something sort of instinctual. And Kaczynski definitely. And I think that's why goal scorers score goals.
Yeah.
You know, there's just guys who know how to get the ball into the net.
Yeah, they're not shooting the ball.
That's
they're
right.
Scoring.
They're scoring.
And it's a big difference. And he times his runs so well. I mean, that's the difference between a college attacking player and a high school attacking player. You know, timing your runs. Let's see, how often does he get offsides? Not very many. And he's at the highest line usually. So, very clever player, very smart, very disciplined. Just gets it. He's gonna have a great career after this.
And Chillicothe loses it.
Ooh, could be tough.
Holcomb now, far side. Here's an opportunity, and a nice job step in, and a quick shot by Fongsa, but he couldn't get enough foot on it, and it sails wide.
Hey, good defending over there, too. Tracking that runner, because if he doesn't, it's 1-0.
That's right. Knowing who your man is, marking up, and following him through. That was
good
Ben Hoopcheck out there.
Yep.
Nice job. Because that is something, again, you can get your guy. It's easy to lose your guy. Doesn't take much, and the ball seems to find that guy that you let go. So,
and your teammates will let you know.
Oh yeah. Well, as a goalie, that was one of the most frustrating things was when you can see the guy in space and you're telling your defender to mark up, and they just can't find him.
Right.
And they just lose him, and you're sitting there going, "This is about to be a goal."
Right.
So.
And it's like slow motion.
It really is.
It's like no.
Here's a free kick for Woodstock.
Flick on.
And there's an opportunity in front, but it's cleared by Chillicothe. And there's Kaczynski, and Morin has done a nice job, but Kaczynski wins that one despite a little tug of the jersey. Now comes the speed. On to Swenson. Swenson at 25. Far post it goes, and there's
good idea.
Lotter.
Good idea there.
There's the underutilized throw from the keeper. We don't see enough quick transition. Get the ball, get it out, get the team going in the other direction. We see a lot of punts.
Yeah, Alex Kaczynski did a great job just drifting away there, staying dangerous.
And on the far side of things now.
Now you start seeing the depth of East Lyme. Coach C went like 14 games, 7 games in 14 days. He used a lot of players, and he's taking advantage of it now.
All right, going to make a run now, trying to get it out to Holcomb. Holcomb has it, far side, has Fongsa. Looking for Fongsa to step in. Instead goes far post, but nice job by Cesar Navas to step in. Gelhaus puts it back into the air. Ball flicked backwards, and Lal will come and save it. It was off of the East Lyme defender, and Lal was wisely there as Tucker Mazzulli had it off of his head. And
no idea where that header was going to go, right?
No.
Just had to pay attention.
Excuse me, that was Caligari. Caligari, the captain, the defender. That's probably why he knew. Kung was looking for now Navas at the 30. And, touches it a little bit too much, but kept in by Malky. And East Lyme now keeping it on their end. Chillicothe. And that's one of the old touches it into the hand.
This is where it sometimes can hurt you.
Quick transition the other way, Newton. But Chillicothe does a nice job of stepping in. Newton beats him, though. Goes far corner. And contact, no call, goal kick. As we go under 7 minutes in the first half, no score here in the ECC Boys Championship. Woodstock Academy, the 4 seed, and the East Lyme Vikings, the 2 seed. Both here courtesy of 2-1 overtime victories in the semifinals. And feeling each other out, East Lyme has been the bridesmaid over the past few years with Stonington. But today they are looking to finally accomplish what they have been seeking to do, become ECC champions. But the Centaurs have other ideas. They want a boys-girls back-to-back championships today, and that's what they're playing for. In front, Malky had a chance, but Woodstock stepped in front. Now Kung to Navas. Navas to Kaczynski. Kaczynski always dangerous. Morin steps in. Kaczynski makes a move to the left side. Low liner and a beautiful block by Woodstock. Kaczynski puts it right back in on the foot of Navas. He goes out to Kung. Kung puts it in front, but it's cleared well by Hackett. Caligari puts it out wide, and Woodstock will control. And we're going to have a whistle, and it'll be a little too much body by East Lyme, so Woodstock will have a free kick. Back deep in their own end, though, at the 30-yard line of the football field. High, very powerful kick, headed out by Caligari. And East Lyme will look with 5.5 minutes left to transition out of their own end. And unable to do it as it's knocked out of bounds on the far side, and it'll be a Woodstock throw. Onto the foot of Quintas Gonzalez, and Woodstock here trying to keep the pressure into the East Lyme end. Nice step in by Grubb on the far side, and he knocks it out of bounds. Woodstock just inching a little bit closer, There's a throw ball to Fongsa. Hits it high up into the air. Here's a dangerous play, but Lal nicely comes out and athletically bangs it out wide. Oh, what a nice move by Cesar Navas.
Got away with that one.
And Kung, long ball, up ahead of everybody. He's got Sokolovsky. Sokolovsky, that sophomore scorer that we saw earlier in the year. And look who's walked into the booth.
Is that the sports doctor?
Coach, we've got a sports doctor sighting. Sports doctor in the house. He'll be heading down to the sidelines to pick up all the action. But actually, he's going to stay here because in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, he's going to have a halftime house call with the coach, Rob Brule. So he can stick around for the next 4 minutes and 13 seconds of what has been a scoreless game here in the ECC Championship.
It's good to see the sports doctor.
Always good to see the sports doctor.
Yep.
Now Fongus.
Band's back together now.
That's right. And Grubb will knock it out for the Vikings. It'll go all the way back to Morin. Morin keeps it back in for Woodstock, and he puts it out onto the foot of Newton. Newton, nifty little move, beats Chillicothe. Chillicothe bodies him up, and we're going to get a foul. And it's going to be a Woodstock free kick. Interesting angle here. About 20 yards out on the sideline. This is a good scoring opportunity right here.
They're bringing the trees in.
Reardon will take it. Yep. East Lyme's going to have Novice and Chillicothe. Now they back Novice off, and they'll have just that Chillicothe take that. Yep, take the angle away. Kaczynski will as well. Reardon will take the kick for Woodstock. High, up in the middle. Out comes Lal, and he punches it off of his line. Nice job by Sonny Lal. Dangerous ball. Here's an opportunity in front. And a goal! Chase Anderson puts the Centaurs on front. Anderson, the senior. A through ball mistake got through East Lyme, and Anderson, with 3:02 remaining in the half, puts the Centaurs up on the board.
The big old defender gets up there with a great touch, great composure, passed it by the keeper, didn't hammer it. What a great goal. Great first touch. When they watch that on film, those are soft feet. That was a great turn. Unfortunate for East Lyme, though. They had the run of the game, and here's that set piece. 2 or 3 passes later, and there you go. You're out of shape, and, let's see if they can get the equalizer here.
Anderson, who has been he's a non-factor on the offense till they have set pieces, but with that size and clearly skill set that he possesses, he was in on that one, and I think you said, Coach, that was that little touch that we've been waiting on, somebody who didn't panic, settled it, touched it to that little touch into space for themselves, and deftly put it past the keeper.
Yeah, and you're not thinking it's going to be your center back.
No, you're not. And if you do think he's going to score, you think maybe on the head ball, right?
What a mistake.
No, he's got soft feet.
What a lucky goal. No way. That was great. Great finish.
East Lyme looking to pressure now. Kung loses it through the midfield. And
East Lyme's got to hold it together right now. 1-0, still a game. Don't panic.
Novice back to Chillicothe. Cuts it inside, and Novice will play it back towards the middle using his body. Oh, nice step in by Gelhaus. Here's an opportunity on the foot of Newton. Back to Reardon. Now Newton plays it back to Morin, but Kaczynski sensed that one, and he stepped in and took it away. Bangs it off of Morin, and it'll be an East Lyme throw with just under 2 minutes here remaining in the half.
I like how Woodstock's playing that high line, too. They're forcing East Lyme to play it over the top or, play simple in front of you.
Kung, nice opportunity, goes wide for Novice, but he's too much on it, and out of bounds it goes.
See some of these Lyme guys with their heads down a little bit. Can't do it. Shake it off. Plenty of soccer left.
Nice step in front by Manthau. He's got it to Kaczynski. Kaczynski now cuts inside of Morin and goes all the way to the end line where it's goes off his foot out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick as we're down to about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the half.
It's different when you score 3 minutes left in a game. 3 minutes and a half, you still got plenty of soccer. East Lyme is doing the right things. They're breaking them down out wide. And, they just got to weather this little storm.
I mean, we talked about this earlier, though. I mean, how many times have we seen one team dominate for almost the entire half only to lose the lead on a little set piece? Woodstock, who had for 3/4 of the half had nothing going, all of a sudden on that penalty out wide, it changed the field.
Momentum,
and off of that, they had 3 or 4 opportunities and finally got one in.
And they still haven't ended. They're still now this happens. Another free kick. Hit it with 20 seconds left, and you might be able to get neck and a rebound.
In front it goes, pushed out wide, and Caligari will clear for the Vikings.
Yeah, good header out.
It'll be a Woodstock throw, 17 seconds, 15 now when it comes back in. Step in there, and a nice play, nice job by Sokolowski. And that'll take us down to the end of the half. It'll go all the way to Jack Lauder in the Woodstock goal. He'll let the clock run out. And 3, 2, and 1. And we are at halftime here at East Lyme High School. Dick North Memorial Field has seen a good one. It's the first of 2 ECC soccer championships, and the Woodstock Academy Centaurs have a 1-0 lead over the East Lyme Vikings. The sports doctor Keith O'Brien is here, and he's going to step on in for a little halftime house call. He's got Mike DeMoro of the day, Rob Brule, the coach, and between the two of them, he's got some action going on.
Well, thank you, Casey O'Neill. But first of all, I want to wish you a happy anniversary today. What is it, 15? 15 years! My goodness gracious.
The same person.
He looks very relaxed. He was at the spa today. He's got a little pedicure. You show me that later, Casey. Congratulations. 15 years. Isn't that to the same person, Coach?
That's right.
Isn't that something?
Awesome.
I've made it 15 years with multiple people, but I don't think I've ever – I mean, outside of my job, I don't think I've ever done anything for 15 years of my life.
No, that's
and I've been there 30.
Hey, good for you, man.
Isn't that something?
That's good for you.
Hey, listen, good to see you. I mean, is this what we expected here? 1-0 in the ECC championship game?
It's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they feel each other out, and then one opportunity off a set piece or something like that ends up getting a little goal, and now your game's going to be a little bit more open up in the second half.
You know, and we saw the goal here with about 3 minutes to go. We saw the old soccer term, and one of the only ones I know, that play the mistake.
Right.
So if there was a mistake made, play the mistake, and then good things happen after that. Like you said, Woodstock was able to get a goal.
Yeah, I think this is what championship games, great players come up with a moment. Well, guess what? You get a free kick, somebody gets a head on it, and then you get a guy up front who's usually not up front. Great touch.
Right.
Pose, finish, goal.
You've been in both situations. So real quick before I get to Mike tomorrow,
Yeah.
Put yourself now for Paul Christensen. What is he saying to his team right now? And then you go back to the Woodstock side. What's the coaching staff saying over there? Paul Reardon, I'm sorry.
No, I think East Lyme's don't change much.
Right.
You know, I think you got to find Alex has to stay a little bit more in the central in the field.
Yep.
I think they got to stay with a 4-3-3, get numbers out wide a little bit, take advantage of your set pieces. They had chances to be like first 10 minutes of the game. They had 3 or 4 set pieces. If they finish one of those, well, guess what? It's 1-1 now. So
now on the flip side, now you're playing with a 1-0 lead. What do you do as the coach here?
Now you don't change much. The defense is a 4-4-2. It's hard to break down. Maybe drop another guy back, play a 4-5-1, wait for another free kick, move your trees up front, and look on for a flick. And next thing you know, set piece gets you another goal. So I don't change much.
This is why you're here. I'll be down on the sidelines for the second half. Let me bring in Mike tomorrow.
Hey, absolutely.
Mike is, we all know Mike tomorrow from the London Day and Game Day and theday.com. And he has just been hammering my Red Sox in his column the last few days. And Mike, how are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. How you been?
How's work been this week, Keith? You all right?
Manageable.
Yeah,
it's been manageable today. I mean, ask me in a month, Mike, when Christmas time and the holidays are right there. We're gonna be screaming like trees out there. But I'm riding high. My Red Sox won the World Series this week.
I hadn't heard.
My Fighting Irish are number 4 in the FBS poll, and life is good for the sporting end of the sports doctor's life.
Not to me.
No, you've had a tough run here.
I got no baseball. I got no football.
Are you a Giants fan?
Yes, I can't talk about it.
BC.
It's dramatic.
Yeah. BC is in the top 25 once again. No,
Top
I did
25
make that. Yeah.
and at Virginia Tech Saturday, and normally that'll, usually when they get into the top 25, they get out really fast.
Yeah, Mike, we're heading into now the crunch time here of high school sports. Football, in probably another 3 weeks or so with Thanksgiving Day coming up in the state playoffs, and you're busy. You're busy. You were busy here last night, were you not? 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, we did the semis, soccer
Right.
semis. 2 good games,
Right.
overtime.
Right, and then we had the cross country last week. The football's coming to a head, and then we're going to be leading into basketball season. And if it's too early to talk basketball, let me know.
It's never too early.
And it's kind of fitting. We're here at East Lyme High School, and I was texting Jeff Bernardi the other day, and right now East Lyme, one of the teams not only in the league, but possibly in the state.
Oh, they're a top 10. They're a preseason top 10 team. There's no doubt about that. I mean, they may have the best. They may have the best overall player in the state.
Sure.
This year. So, I think last year, Heath, I think Waterford might have felt a little bit of the, I don't want to say
Pressure?
Pressure may be the right word, but they had the best player last year. And it didn't always go great for them,
Right.
but they won it in the end. And this year, I think it's going to be right here.
The shoes on the other foot
Shoes
this
on
year.
the other foot, and listen, East Lyme, they went out and they're playing a killer non-league.
Mike, look at that first
schedule.
game of the season. They played Notre Dame, West Haven.
They play Weaver.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
The other teams, the other team, I can't remember, but it's a very, very, very good schedule. Waterford twice.
Yeah.
New London, Ledyard,
NFA.
It's just this will be, I was joking with somebody here earlier. I think East Lyme people like to complain about things. I mean,
Sure.
I live here, I do it too.
Yeah, right.
I think we're going to hear about why is this gym not any bigger? Why
Right.
is this gym so small?
Right.
Is that place going to be full?
Mike, how do you think? First of all, how do you think the kids and how do you think the coach, like Jeff Bernardi, will handle the expectations? Last year in Waterford, they had a player who kind of embellished it. He not only embellished it, he embraced the expectations of Mikey Bissetto. And you had a coach who'd been down that road before as an assistant with Coach Woods. So now you've got uncharted territory for this East Lyme team. Do you think? I guess we'll find out. But do you think that Coach Bernardi is equipped to handle this and is dev?
I think they are. There's no doubt that
Yeah.
they're equipped. Oh yeah, I mean this is not their first rodeo.
Right.
But I think what you're gonna find is, I think at the beginning of the year, Keith, you're gonna get the rest of this league really putting the pressure on East Lyme. Oh, it's their year. They're the team.
Sure.
They have to do
Sure.
it now. It isn't us. We're not as good as they are.
Sure.
And they're just gonna. And I think by the end of the year, that pressure, you don't know how you deal with that.
No, you don't. The carrying the flag is what I like to call it. I mean,
Yeah.
and we've seen it now in the last couple of years. Killingly has had to do that in football.
Yep.
They've had to carry the flag. And looks like once again, Killingly is going to have to do that in football right now because, the football in the league is down. It's down.
It's the worst I've ever seen.
All right, well, there you go. You
worst
said it.
I've ever seen.
I said it's down. You said it's the worst.
That's the worst I've ever seen it. I mean, think about it. We have the quote-unquote game of the year next Friday night,
Yes.
and one of the teams have 3 losses.
3 losses.
So, I mean, it's not.
Now, and if that team with 3 losses wins, then we may not have a representative in the state tournament.
If Killingly will probably make it even if they lose,
All right,
because
all
they'll
right.
win out. And the other team that could be in the playoffs from the ECC, Plainfield. They're 6-1.
Yeah, I mean, when you say Plainfield, I always say
If
who?
they go 9-1, they're probably going to make it.
Yeah. I never gave that much thought just because I get so induced with the shoreline and stuff like that. I'll bring back in Casey. The second half's ready to start,
Yeah,
Mike. But
that clock went from 3 minutes to 0 like that.
just like that.
It did.
That's why Casey's in the booth.
Right.
That's why he's
All
here.
right,
Casey
well,
and the coach.
all right, I'm done.
Well, Plainfield's in the ECC because their girls' team's about to play for an ECC championship in soccer.
How are you, my friend? I know the coach is. I'm going to head back on the sidelines, but it's good to see you.
Pat Smith, the great Former baseball player and athlete at Plainfield. His son is the quarterback of the Panther football team.
You know it all.
They lost to Killingly early
Yeah.
in the year and then haven't lost since. So they could be a much better team than people realize. Their only loss, of course, being to the defending
See, it's
state
funny
champions.
because a lot of people thought Griswold would be that other team from the ECC in Class S. No? Case?
I don't know anything about Griswold.
All right.
I know where it's located.
Well, listen, happy anniversary. I'm heading down to the sidelines. Here's the coach.
If you want our attention, you just got to wave.
I got it.
All right. We're underway here in the second half. 1-0 Woodstock on top of East Lyme. And
It's good to see the sports doctor and Mike Demoro, huh? Good guys.
with the sports doctor and Mike Demoro, you have one of the great writers in all of Connecticut and the sports doctor.
Yep. Awesome.
One of the great sports personalities in all of Connecticut. So that's not a bad, that's a little dynamic duo. They got nothing on us,
Nah.
but a dynamic duo nonetheless.
But they didn't say that when they jumped on the air. They didn't say anything about you and I. That's all right.
That's all right. You know what?
Hey, we'll earn our way. We
Great.
don't need that.
Greatness doesn't need to point out greatness. Here's Kaczynski now fighting with Chase Anderson, our goal scorer today, as it's only 1-0 here in the early going. Nice ball. Gelhaus has tons of room in the middle, delivers early. I would have liked to have seen him carry that a little bit more, let things break, but I liked what he tried. He tried to play the timing of it all, but he had lots of room in front of him.
Yeah, that's sometimes a young player will play that as quickly as possible.
Get it off my foot, and I can't make a mistake.
Yep.
There's a long ball. Morin, I think we haven't talked enough about Aiden Morin, the junior defender. He has been tasked with, pretty much going wherever Alec Kaczynski is, and he's done a fabulous job.
Yeah, and he's overplaying the left foot. He's trying to overplay Alex's, strong foot, playing smart, but that's what you want from a junior defender.
Now Kung.
The coach likes him. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Coach Reardon likes him like this. They like his play. They like his style. He defends hard. He defends with purpose. So
And he's not small either. I think to defend a kid like a guy like Kaczynski is a challenge because even though Kaczynski's not a big kid, he's very, very strong and he uses his body very well.
So balanced.
And so you have to have a certain amount of strength. I mean, how many times have we seen him overpower defenders, just take the ball away from them? And Morin has really been using his physicality as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at the back four for Woodstock. It's like a college team out there.
And I have to ask a question. I believe we have a change in keeper.
Oh, yes, we do. Good job. Good vision. Can't even see that far anymore.
Here's an opportunity as Woodstock clears, and East Lyme's going to try to keep it in the zone. And a little touch back, nicely done. It's Woodstock. And Grubb takes it away for the Vikings. Nice little touch by Grubb. And here's a nice through ball. Opportunity for the Vikings. Heading and sliding to the ground is Finn Power, but not enough to get there, and it will be a goal kick. So goal kick coming up from Woodstock, and Power limping to the sideline. So back, taking the kick for and Lau will kick for the Vikings. So we need to effort the name of the keeper.
Yeah, keeper change for Woodstock. Maybe the sports doctor can get that for us.
Now once the sports doctor has his earpiece in, sports doctor, if you can hear us, give me a wave. If the sports doctor can hear us, give me a wave. Please go find out the name of the keeper for Woodstock Academy. Please go find the name of the goalie for Woodstock Academy. It's a new goalie for Woodstock Academy. Please go find out who that is.
40.
Casey, Isidro de Casa in goal.
And here's a ball in front, and thank you, Sports Doctor. And Mr. Diacaza almost had his first opportunity. Thank you, Sports Doctor. So we have a change in goal. We have senior Isidro de Icaza taking over. Now Kaczynski puts the ball in front, headed by Kung just over the top, and wide it goes. Check that. That was headed by Manthau. So we have a senior, Isidro de Icaza, into the goal for Woodstock. We have no idea why, but he's a bigger presence there in goal. And now we can get back with the ball game. Going the other way. Pressure being mounted by East Lyme, like similar to the first half, but Woodstock gets it quickly into their end, and Holcomb will throw it in. And Kung knocks it out of bounds for the Vikings, so Holcomb will throw it again.
That was a good start by East Lyme. You know, the first 5 minutes of the game, getting some opportunities.
All right, Casey, you guys got me up there in the booth? Casey, this is a normal switch.
Nice hit by.
Casey, this is a normal switch done by the coach. He says like to switch the keepers up. One plays one half, one plays the other. So this is not out of the norm for the Woodstock Academy team.
It's good to know.
Very good, Sports Doctor. Thank you. So normal, and Diacaza's now the second half goalie. Woodstock with a corner kick far side, and it's cleared out by East Lyme, and they'll be trying to push the direction.
Yeah, you're going to need some energy. East Lyme's going to have to change this a little bit in terms of winning 50-50 balls, getting after it, change the play, change the point of attack, get some energy into this because 30 minutes will run down quick.
Yeah, now here's another free opportunity here, and these are the ones, these set pieces that cause problems. Banging it. Far post was was Hackett, and just missed hooking up. And look who was making the run.
Let me guess. Big old back.
And he's got to come all the way, sprint all the way back. Chase Anderson, who the one goal of the game. So they love him on those set pieces. Here's another opportunity now. Nice flick and a step in on the defense. Ball loose, and East Lyme now. Gilhouse, little head ball. Nice touching here. Nice. That's very nice spacing here by Woodstock.
Yeah, it is. They're getting to the ball a little quicker than East Lyme right now. You know.
Here's an opportunity for far side. Manthau heads to the middle. Wants Kaczynski. Kaczynski has it at the 20. Has a man. Goes to the middle. Fires with the left foot and just wide.
Like was it deflected or no? That was good effort.
You had a nice long run, and man, did he go a long way. Arsenault made a long run, and so you had Arsenault going right. Kaczynski turned it in left and played it off the left foot, and that was maybe a foot wide of the goal.
Yeah, I liked how Manthau attacked that defender's front foot, got him off balance, got it, found Alex. That's good.
There's Arsenault now out wide to Kaczynski. Kaczynski, and he loses it out of bounds.
Oh, the locals not happy.
Now they've moved Kaczynski on this side, so Nathan Craig is the defender. So they've gotten him away from Morin, and they've put him here on the near side.
Right.
And so now he's matched up with a different defender who he hasn't seen much of, Craig the junior. So two junior backs for Woodstock. And so Kaczynski will take a chance with Craig. And we saw there Craig overplayed him on the right. He turned and went left and used the left foot.
Yep. Just making play predictable.
And a little attempt there by Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez. And he will get rewarded with a throw for Woodstock. Grubb stepped in front, and now East Lyme tries to bang it out as Caligari. And Woodstock will have a throw in on their side of the field.
Those are the clearances that you need to be a little bit stronger, a little bit tighter with. You know, those are little turnovers in the middle third of the field where you really want to play the ball. You got two weapons up front, get the ball to it. They'll make some magic happen.
Reardon puts it in the middle of the field, and East Lyme will steal, but instead of looking for a teammate, instead they get lucky. Kung, an opportunity now. Here's the ball in the middle of the field. Look for Kaczynski, far post. Instead, a shot ripped over the top of the net.
I like it. I like it. Nice job. Good effort getting after it.
Finn Power that time showed the power as he stepped in and ripped a shot over the goal. He had Kaczynski far post, and everybody was kind of sagging off of him, thinking that was what he was going to do, and instead he let one fly.
Yeah, good for him. You got to shoot. You can't score if you don't shoot. That ball may be in Route 1 right now, but that's the way to hit the ball. Well, that's what you do. Goalie's kind of cold. Test him.
Yeah, that's. I have not seen that all that often.
Yeah, I'm not. But then again, in high school, I don't think I ever had two starting level goalkeepers at the same time. It's hard in smaller schools.
Yeah, sometimes you're lucky to have one.
Yeah. We have to find a baseball player to jump in there.
Like I said, you're lucky to have one. And they're very different. He's a much bigger goalie.
Yeah, he is.
But I'd love to hear. I'd love to know. Do they always do it first half, second half? Is there a reason? Does he do something better? Or I definitely would love to hear Coach Reardon's rationale behind the strategy.
Yeah, he's got a casual. He's kind of got that casual, confident look, doesn't he?
I love the goalie shirt though.
Yeah,
I like the green.
Great.
I like the green.
Yeah, it's great.
Isidro de Icaza.
Yeah.
Good name. So here's a kick from Hackett for Woodstock. Puts it all the way down toward the 18, and it's put back in front by East Lyme and cleared. And Malky sees it slide just over his head, but here's a long ball for Power, but nicely done by Morin. There's the header to the weak side. Nicely done. And now playing around with it is Holcomb, and he'll play it back through the defensive end. A little change of fields by Hackett. And 1-on-2 back there, and Chillicothe steps in for the Vikings, and he knocks it out of bounds.
So now you're starting to see the tick-tock, Tick-tock, the clock, down to 28.
Yeah, the clock really, you look up and chunks of time go by very, very quickly.
They really do.
Manthau with an opportunity for East Lyme, but he turns it over through the midfield, and he gets it back. Now Malky wants to play long for Kaczynski, because that's one of the few miscommunications that we've seen. Kaczynski wanted to get it immediately, and instead Malky put it long, thinking he would run on. And the keeper, De Icaza. Icaza kicks and bouncing on the turf, and now Grubb for East Lyme, and he loses it in the wrong direction, but Caligari steps in and puts it out wide. East Lyme will make a little run out there with Finn Power. And a nice step in through the middle of the field. Chase Anderson, he's really been the MVP so far.
Yeah, he really
for
has.
Woodstock. Another opportunity. Fongsa, and here's a little tip and a shot, and wide off the foot of Holcomb.
Good stuff there. About the 25, 20-minute mark, you're going to start having to see East Lyme probably pushing players forward a little bit. I never like waiting for the last 10. Always, 20 to 25, you push a guy up.
Well, the other thing, too, if you give yourself that much time, because one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is what I love is the frenetic opportunities that occur at about the 25-minute mark. So East Lyme's going to send some guys forward.
Yep.
And then what that's going to provide is going to provide extra pressure that Woodstock hasn't seen yet.
Right.
But conversely, it's going to provide Woodstock with opportunities that they haven't seen yet on counters.
Correct.
And so what I like about the 25, and here's a ball way out in front, and nice job stepping in and getting to it first is Hackett. And Gelhaus pushes it out, and Kung recovers for East Lyme. What I like is with putting it on at 25 minutes is that if you give up a goal and go down 2-0, you still aren't out of the game. You wait till 10, you're going all in.
You really are.
You get burned on a change of possession, and you go down 2-0. You don't have time to recover from that.
Right.
With 25 minutes, you don't have to sell out. You can just send a couple more guys up and try to change fields and keep possession.
I saw that. You know, like one of the best advice I got coaching high school for so many years is keep an eye on the clock. You don't coach the kids, coach the clock. And it's like there's a lot can be said for that. A lot of people just run out of time, you know, and you never want to run out of time.
And you see it at every level. You see it in every sport
You do.
at every level.
Yeah. Those
clock
great
management.
coaches and great programs, they know how to play the clock. They
Yeah.
know how to get through a game. It's certainly an art, you know, and these programs that always win, well, guess what? There's a maturity about their program. So we'll see today. We'll see if there can be some opportunities here.
25 minutes remaining here in the ECC Boys Soccer Championship. The number 4 seed, Woodstock Academy, is on top 1-0 over East Lyme and looking to do a couple of things. One, pull off the upset championship out of the 4 seed. And the second thing they're trying to do is set up their girls for a championship run as well. And here's a ball, Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez fighting in the middle, puts it in, and is tackled and no whistles. He has been battling in there, and the refs are letting it play.
Direct kick, 18 yards out.
So we got a late whistle. They're going to make sure he's all right. As Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez and the clock still running, 24 minutes, valuable time ticking off here for the Vikings.
Yep.
So it's going to be a free kick for Woodstock. Just outside the 18, and we've got the parent section of East Lyme in front of us, and
I didn't know what team was in front of us.
they are questioning the validity of the call, perhaps feeling that it was an error and an unjust call.
Yeah.
And they are doing it in a very, very nice way.
Yep.
Holcomb and right
Quickly.
into Lau.
How quickly can you counter this?
And it's not Lau. I mean, I don't blame Lau on that one. He wanted to, but
Yeah.
but Woodstock quickly fell.
You had to have bodies in the box. You
That's
know,
right.
a direct kick that far. I can understand it too. Just want to leave at least one up there.
I think Holcomb's starting to get into the swing of things right now too. He's here. He's starting to. He's
The
like
motor.
their version of Kaczynski on the other end. He's at every ball. He's sneaking through.
Yeah.
He's starting to feel that the game
He
come
is,
to him.
and he's dropping off the back line. He's finding that little pocket now, and I think that's going to be the difference for him.
Look at Kaczynski's body control. Like a basketball player, boxed out his defender, let the ball sail over. Now he's got it in space, puts it out wide to Chillum Kurthy. Chillum Kurthy at the 30-yard line, cuts it back inside, and loses the ball in a long through ball by Woodstock. Falls onto Caligari's feet, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be an East Lyme throw.
Right there, East Lyme has to keep moving up front. Keep moving up front. A lot of staring, a lot of watching, you know, and it's a young team, young players, but you want to keep moving up there. Those back four aren't going to move.
Looking for a through ball. Holcomb.
He's the key right here.
Now Kung gets it, goes far side, far post to the sideline, and Manthaus was out there, but out of bounds it goes. It'll be an East Lyme throw, and Power will take it. Onto the foot of Kaczynski. They're moving Kaczynski around, sideline to sideline. Kaczynski lets off a shot, and wide it goes. And that'll be a goal kick.
And he's starting to get he's going to start getting a little frustrated. You haven't touched the ball in a dangerous spot in a while. You know, right there, he's just trying to make his own luck, as a forward.
So 22 minutes remaining in the ball game. 1-0 Woodstock. Goal kick high and about 60 yards in the air, and Fungus does a nice job.
He's a nice player.
Yeah,
Good
Fungus.
soft feet, yeah.
Yeah, Fungus has got real soft feet.
Yep.
He's only a sophomore, so very skilled player as a sophomore.
Yeah, he reads the game well.
And a little in and out action. Now an attempt to put it into the middle of the field. East Lyme blocks, and now they're in the midfield. Manthau. Malky tries to get back, and a nice step in, but there's Kung. He puts it out wide, and it's stepped in by Gelhaus, and now East Lyme has it again. Kung onto the foot of Kaczynski. Kaczynski out wide to Arsenault. Arsenault back in the middle, and a nice play by Manthau, and a step in, and a just wide by Malky.
That's better. That was better. That was a really good effort. When they attack with numbers, East Lyme puts pressure on Woodstock. You know, when they get up, those outside midfielders get up.
You know, we saw
When Malky gets up,
Yeah.
they have better luck. When Kung gets the ball, you know, that's
Well, we saw them score a goal earlier this year where there were 4 one-touch passes
Yeah.
to the goal. Starting at about midfield, 4 different players, no more than 1 touch.
that's their game.
And they scored. And that was very similar right there. You had 4
was.
different players touch it, and a good opportunity by Manthaus. He just got that little back kick. Came up short. Now here comes Arsenault on a run. And out of bounds, it'll be an East Line throw. Kung to Kaczynski.
You like to see one of the center mids drop a little bit into that gap where the referee is, you know.
Oh, Kaczynski's
Oh,
a
yes.
musician, a magician, and in front, an opportunity by Power. And out comes De Casa.
Looked like Power got clobbered, didn't he?
Oh, here's a dangerous ball through. But Lal comes up and bangs it, and Power will control on the far sideline for East Lyme.
Boy, Power was brave there. He went up hard. Look, he got clobbered, too.
Now in the middle of the field, Reardon for Woodstock. And here comes these changes that we're talking about. More opportunities on the transition.
Yeah, stretching the game out.
A tackle, no whistle, play on, and it will go out of bounds as that was Holcomb who got taken down by Woodstock, so it'll be their throw. We're under 20 minutes here.
Yeah,
remaining.
no, you got it. Woodstock is an intelligent team. Coach Reardon told me before the game, you know, that's the difference between this team from this. Ooh, what do we got here?
Fongsa, and it hits the outside of the post. Eric Fongsa had a chance and just banged it off the side post, and it'll be a goal kick.
How many times do we say accuracy instead of power? If he passes it by that keeper right there, it's 2-0.
I think he's close enough, too, that he doesn't even have to get 100% on a shot to get it
No,
by him either. I
no.
think you can go 60% and get it past him.
Yeah, 12 yards out,
Yeah.
pass it by the keeper. But so hard, it's easy for me to say.
Yeah, well, well, actually, you have some experience in this realm. Yep.
Hey, Woodstock was talking about how intelligent these guys are, too.
Yeah, hey, Casey, I just had a chance to talk to Coach Paul Christensen, and I asked him, I said, Coach, when do you start taking more chances? When do you mix it up a little bit? He said, not quite yet. Maybe about the 15-minute mark. So I would say in the next 2 or 3 minutes, look for East Lyme to open things up a little bit.
We were just talking about that, Sports Doctor. Good stuff, because we were wondering when exactly the coach would make that move. So about 3 minutes from now, we're going to see East Lyme turn up the pressure. And
Yeah, most likely go to 3 forwards up front. You know, get the ball a little wider. He put Kaczynski in the middle.
oh, dangerous in front, a shot and a goal.
no.
Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez with the goal, and Woodstock Academy goes up 2-0.
Oh, he was so strong. Did you see him fend off that defender? Kept it right at his back. Ah, strong. Good finish.
Not 5 minutes ago, he was on the turf, having been banged down, and a penalty had been called, and just a few minutes later, Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez, the sophomore, with the second goal of the game for the Centaurs, 2-0 here in the championship game.
Yeah, and it looked like it was off the set piece again. You know, like off just something that didn't look so crazy, but great finish. East Lyme's got some work now.
Yeah, but
Yep.
as we talked about, it's 18 minutes. It's not out of the realm,
Right, and 2-0 is the worst score in soccer.
Because you give up that one, and then it's a one-goal game.
Yep, and momentum.
So Kaczynski, look for him to try to get some more shots on goal here. Got to let him fly. He one man to beat, and he rips from 20, low line drive, and it stays on the ground. And he puts his hand up, going, "That's my bad. I didn't get a good one off."
Yeah, but his teammates can't give him the ball any quicker, can they? Boy, they get it. Here, you take it, Alex. We're going to ride you.
He's going to have to get shots off. It's hard to believe. I mean, they're a defensive team, but hard to believe shut out for this long in the game. Testament to that
back
Woodstock.
four.
Yeah, that back four Woodstock.
Well, I mean, both teams have been bypassing the midfield all day. So, you know, it's good to see a good finish in the box like that. Class finish.
Manthau, far side, cuts inside,
Good
still on his
move.
feet.
Good
Good move.
move.
One more man to beat, and he's tackled to the ground.
Ooh, oh, we got an injury right here. It doesn't look good.
We're going to get a whistle as an ankle. That's one of those ankles, and that is Morin. Aiden Morin.
He's had a great game. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Big guy like that usually jumps right back up.
So they're down. We'll Remind you that it was Alejandro Quintas Gonzalez that scored the last goal for Woodstock Academy to put them on top 2-0.
So Casey, what is so right now you got two games going on over at Waterford. You've got this game, you got the final next, and now you have a full schedule for the next couple weeks now up until Thanksgiving. Are you guys, what's next up for you guys?
So we have the ECC Soccer Championships today, and then next Friday, I think we could call it the game of the year in the ECC on football. We'll be up at Killingly High School, where the NFA Wildcats, who are really, despite their record, the class of the ECC large, they'll head up to Killingly to face the defending state champion, one-loss Killingly Redmen, and that should be a really good one. And then after that, we'll have a Thanksgiving Day game. And that could be highlights from multiple games. That could be packages from different places, because there's no one Thanksgiving Day game that really emerges right now.
Right.
And then we got to see where the states land, and because we could do any of the states. We could do a volleyball game, a soccer game, a football game,
Gotcha.
depending on where they land. So lots left in game day, and then of course hard to believe, but we'll transition into basketball season right after that.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Well, it looks like he's off.
Yeah, that's Morin, and that's one of their important defenders. And you'd hate to see an injury, but East Lyme's going to have to take advantage.
They do,
and they're going to have to put some pressure on whoever's new into the game.
Yep. It looks like they slid Morton.
So Craig is on the near side. We'll see who they put on the far sideline.
It looks like Douglas. It looks like Newton is now the right back.
Yep, Douglas Newton is the slid back now.
That's a foul. That's a foul right there.
And Holcomb puts it out into space, looking for Fongsa, but Chillicothe beats him to it. And out of bounds it goes off the foot of Chillicothe, so Fongsa will throw it in for Woodstock.
And then every one of these just eats off time. Every ball, every throw-in. And this is what Coach Reardon said. These guys are a smart group of kids. Smart team, intelligent team, he kept saying. And they play it.
Quintas Gonzalez, nice move. Has one person in front, and a nice job step in by the defense of East Lyme. Kaczynski plays it out, looking for a return pass. It goes onto the foot of Malky. Malky tries to go out wide to Swenson. Swenson runs on, and can't quite get there to first, and it controlled in the midfield by East Lyme. Now they'll go switch fields. Here's Kaczynski.
Good help defending right there.
Kaczynski goes far post, and a nice play by Newton to step in and get a head on it. The diminutive one.
Yeah, a little 5-footer in there in the back. He's inspired by the back three now.
He says, I could play with the trees.
6'2", 6 feet, 5'2".
Kung.
And he won it.
Far side. Sokolovsky tries to turn. Left foot blocked and kicked out of bounds. Well done by Craig. Noam Sokolovsky had an opportunity, but Craig, the junior defensive stalwart, just knocked it out of bounds. Now here's a throw in by Kaczynski. There's an opportunity in front for the Vikings, but cleared. Sokolovsky wanted it, couldn't. Kung will retain for East Lyme, and a whistle. Offsides?
Not only did he call the handball.
No, handball.
He was in the way.
Here's a long ball. Quintas Gonzalez has it on the far sideline with some space.
No cover defending.
Quintas Gonzalez drops it in, gets a return pass.
Offsides? Yeah. He's got to be off.
No whistle. And finally, yes, far side.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff by Woodstock.
14 minutes remaining.
And now you start seeing how more dangerous Holcomb is now. Now he's 1 against 2. East Lyme has to push numbers up. That second goal was critical. You didn't have this opportunity for Woodstock at a 1-goal game. Now all of a sudden it can open it up.
Sonny Lal will take the goal kick for East Lyme.
So now you got more of a 3-4-3 going on with East Lyme. Dangerous.
There's a step in by Grubb. Goes up in the air, and Kaczynski controls it. Nice move on the sideline by Kaczynski. Cuts it back, but they're playing 2-on-1. They are not going to let him hurt them right now.
Yeah. But that's the maturity of Alex over his career. Maybe year 1 or 2, he got a little bit frustrated with that stuff, but now he's just rising to the challenges. He understands he's the best player in the field.
through the wickets of the keeper right there. East Lyme looking for it. Handball. They call it. They call it for the officials. East Lyme here puts it down quickly.
Hey, this is where you can test the goalie.
So Malky will come out. He's got an opportunity at a lovely diagonal feed right now. Malky. Officials say go with the left foot. Low in front. And banged out and put back in by Chillum Kurthy. Plays it out again to Malky. Malky turns. And again in front and headed out. But back to back. Very lovely, lovely diagonal feeds off the foot of Malky. Oh, I like that's a veteran keeper right there too, by the way.
Yeah.
Banged it down with both hands so he didn't have to obtain possession yet. And then when he waited for then the offensive player stepped in and he.
Yep. Smart play by Alex just to get in there and make him play the ball.
Here's Woodstock on that transition we talked about. Fongsa in front, a shot low and banged off Holcomb. We keep saying Holcomb. Holcomb and Fongsa have really stepped up here in the second half. A lot of pressure on the East Lyme defense.
Yeah, the attacking players for Woodstock really came up.
Do a most valuable player, so between those two over there and you two over here, and get a name to me for this guy over here. Okay.
So we're gonna get a corner off the foot of Quintus Gonzalez. And in front, far post, it goes and sails over the head of everybody. And now back played out into the far corner. Woodstock really putting the pressure up. Holcomb in front, leaves it for Fongsa, and cleared. Kaczynski turns on a dime, has space. Look at the speed with the ball. Chased nicely by Craig. Pressure. Jakubchik.
Which way is he calling it?
It's going to be called, they're saying Woodstock.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
And we're now down under 11 minutes.
Yep.
And 10:30 remaining, and a lot of soccer still to play, but, thinking about the key players in this game, and this has been a real team effort from Woodstock. They got goals by two different people. Anderson with the first one, and then Quintus Gonzalez with the second one, and they had great defensive play from Morin on one side, and great offensive play from Fongsa and Holcomb, but
they're a complete team.
Really, yeah,
complete team. Their energy level has been outstanding all night. They're beating East Lyme to some 50-50 balls. Very impressive.
Hard to select who has had the game for Woodstock. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity in front. Fongsa, one man to beat the keeper, and a great save by Lau.
You knew that was coming. You knew that save was coming. He's that good.
Oh, that's a crucial save to keep East Lyme alive.
Right.
Eric Fongsa was on the doorstep, and Sonny Lau came out and stuffed it.
Sonny Lau, what a save.
Any chance East Lyme has, that save had to be made.
Yeah, and I'm just watching that play develop, watching Holcomb he's just taking over the game in the attacking third for Woodstock.
Kaczynski, the magician,
yep,
puts it on Kung's feet now. Kung with the left foot, high shot, in ball loose in front, and De Ikaza with sort of the trepidation in the first save, the loose hands.
Looked like that one came off the chest.
I'll call that a butterfly save right there, as in he had some butterflies making that save.
Yeah, he did.
Because he saw it coming. That's part of it. Is the hardest saves sometimes are the ones you see coming.
Right.
The ones where you have to act on instinct, like Lal. Those are great saves, but you're kind of just putting it out there. It's when the ball's floating in the air and you're going, it's like a pop-up. Right. Don't drop this.
Slow motion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a little knuckle action or a little wind drift. I'm telling you, that's
do I catch with my hands up, my fingers up, my
palm
down?
That's right.
That That could have been a goal right there.
It was very, very close. East Lyme now 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. They got to turn up the pressure.
That was a good advantage right there. The ref let East Lyme play on there.
2-0 Centaurs. And
Boy, they defend well.
They really do.
They really do. Each guy on this team knows his role.
And right now, with time as their ally, Woodstock can really afford to play the long ball game and send Fongsa chasing. And we're going to get a whistle and a penalty.
Yeah, you got to get bodies up.
On Reed Butler, new into the ball game for Woodstock. Kaczynski will take the kick just inside the midfield of the football field. High, far post, ball up, and headed out by Woodstock. Well done again. Kung, and he just run over the top of. That's a quick, easy whistle.
Here's an opportunity.
7:15, set piece, 20 yards out.
Now we'll see if the keeper for Woodstock was making those errors because he's nervous, because he couldn't see the ball. This has a good opportunity to go in.
Kaczynski will take it.
Yep.
About 22 yards away.
Just got to beat the wall.
High spiral, and it's a beautiful save. Day Kaza rises up.
Maybe that's why he plays the second half. What a save.
Rises up and clears that. That ball was destined for the back of the net, just under the bar.
What a great hit.
And Day Kaza went high for the save.
Great hit. Great save.
Ball back out off the corner. Kaczynski puts it right back in and offsides. East Lyme's tired, trying to get out of the end.
Yeah. I think Alex was trying to do a far post ball there and just cut it a little too tight. What a great hit on that free kick, though, and a great save.
Oh, Day Kaza's got a heck of a leg, too. He just banged that one 65 yards in the air.
Yeah, ho-hum. Ho-hum. I'll just hit it 60 yards.
Man. Woodstock doing a beautiful job keeping offensive pressure on, even with a 2-0 lead. Now here's an opportunity for East Lyme. A little change field action. Pushing the ball is Jakubczyk, and he gets a whistle, but...
Oh, no. Yep.
And East Lyme keeps it in bounds. Chillum Kurthi. And he loses it as he was trying to go back to Kung. Now here's Fongsa. Fongsa 1-on-2. Fongsa pushes. Fongsa shoots. And just wide past the leaping Sonny Lal.
That kid's a handful.
Yes, he is. You know, Gelhaus, sophomore. Newton, junior. Fongsa, sophomore.
Sheesh.
Reardon, junior. Craig, junior. Morin, junior. Cupboard is not bare in Woodstock.
No.
They got some players coming back. There's some dangerous guys. A nice job by the keeper. De Casa comes out off his line and waits for it. He likes to. I'll tell you what. He makes it nerve-wracking.
Oh, he has fun back there, doesn't he?
He does. Look
Love
at the
it.
leg, though. Look at the leg.
Yeah, ho-hum.
65
60 yards.
Oh, man.
I would be able to walk tomorrow.
Joey Grubb, and he's out there on the edge with Navas, Cesar Navas, and it's.
But, you know, in seriousness, Woodstock has played a tremendous game. They played a smart game. They played a disciplined game. They've attacked with numbers when they could. They earned that second goal. You know, they took advantage of an opportunity, so.
High ball, Lal comes off his line, punches it out. And Kung racing for it. And unfortunately loses it out of bounds. And you can see the tired and frustrated faces of the East Lyme players, Kung and Kaczynski. The seniors sensing their opportunity at an ECC championship. The door was open with the number 1 seeded Stonington Bears losing, but this Woodstock Academy team is playing very good soccer.
Yeah, how about Stonington? Another great year. You know, Paulie DeCastro out there in Stonington. Got a little shout out to my little cousin, you know, little Ty Fidrich. Great season again. Great people out there. Great season. State tournament. Here we go. Bears look good.
Ball loose, middle of the field. East Lyme trying desperately to get anything going on the offensive end. Down 2-0 here. 3.5 minutes remaining. There goes Kung. There goes Manthau. Manthau, and he's banged and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll remain East Lyme throw.
But look at Woodstock. Defend as a team. Hulk them all the way back. You know, I'll do this. You big guy, you stay up there. I got this.
Nine defenders.
Yep.
The only offensive player they have up front is
That guy.
Matthew LaBounty. And there he goes. LaBounty.
Big guy.
LaBounty has a chance. Can he outrace Chilla McCarthy? No. Chilla McCarthy takes it away. Matthew LaBounty, the junior, had an opportunity, but Chilla McCarthy ran with him step for step. And we're going to get a whistle as Finn Power was fouled. And under 3 minutes remaining here, though. 2-0 Woodstock. Here's the ball up. High in the air, and LaBounty has an opportunity as Caligari went backwards with it. LaBounty in front, 1-on-3, puts a shot on goal, and it's off of East Lyme, so that'll be a corner, and Woodstock will take their time.
Yeah, no need to hurry. This corner may take 2 minutes.
And there's 2 minutes left in the game, and they will go as slowly as possible.
Yeah. East Lyme's got to be disappointed tonight. They had a good opportunity. They had a good game plan. They got good players. Hey, credit to Woodstock. Came ready.
Far post, ball in front, off the post. Again, an opportunity. Oh, Matthew LaBounty had it right in front of the net, and he hit the post.
Goalie's best friend right there.
Oh, we got three of them. Love all three of them.
Yeah.
Kaczynski battling. Nice step in by Craig. Here's a throw, and East Lyme trying to put one last pressure on. Kung has it still on his feet. Nifty. Minute and 15 remaining. Outside it goes. Far side, Novice. 1 minute remaining before a Woodstock championship.
1 minute to play in the period.
Kung steals it for East Lyme. .40 seconds remaining. East Lyme. Now playing through the middle. Vikings now 30 seconds remaining. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs, barring something miraculous, are going to be the 2018 ECC Boys Soccer Champions.
Yeah, and they came ready to play tonight. They came ready. They were organized. They played smart, took advantage of opportunities, and, hey, East Lyme can't hold their heads down. They've had a great year, good run in the tournament. Now the real dance starts.
2 seconds, 1 second, and there's your horn. The Centaurs of Woodstock Academy are the 2018 Boys Soccer Champions. A 2-0 victory over the game East Lyme Vikings, and the number 4 seed Centaurs are the champions of the Eastern Connecticut Conference.
Yep, great game, great team. They could be a tough out in the tournament.
Congratulations to Paul Reardon and all of the staff and players at Woodstock Academy. East Lyme Vikings season does not end. They will move on to state play, and they will be a tough out for anybody in the state tournament. Coach Paul Christensen will have the Vikings ready to go. We are about an hour away from the second game of the evening. Right at 7 o'clock, you'll have the Plainfield Panthers. The Plainfield Panthers in the girls' soccer final against the Centaurs of Woodstock Academy.
Is that a rematch, right?
It is a rematch of last year, and they will be looking, they'll be looking to go boy-girl championship in the ECC, a clean sweep of the soccer championships.
Hey, we mentioned this before. We had to give a little shout-out to Coach Christensen. You know, he lost his dad, Howie, Mr. C over at Waterford and Lancer Nation. Great man, great person to all of us. We were talking about him earlier. We want to give a shout-out to him and wish the best for Coach Christensen over there at East Lyme, playing with a heavy heart tonight,
It is a class guy with big, one of the greats,
Really was.
gentleman, and it's the
Really
chip off the old block because his son's a fine man himself. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, our thoughts go out to the Christensen family,
Yeah.
and they are going to award the post-game awards. And once we see the post-game awards, we will go to a break, and you can come back at 7 o'clock. So if you're looking for the ECC Girls Soccer Championships, you can come on back at 7 o'clock, and we will go live.
The championship award for tonight's Division I
For now, we will
boys soccer match.
just watch
We
and
have
listen.
the players and coaches from Woodstock Academy report to the table in front of the stands.
We can tell you that the MVP of the championship game, on our side of things, we believe Chase Anderson was the MVP. Number 4 of Woodstock scored the first goal, which really broke things open for the team, and then played incredible backline defense
He really
on the
did.
2-0 shutout. So
Yeah.
Congratulations to both
And how many
teams
times
on
does a
high-quality
defender
role-playing
get the
contests.
MVP of a championship game?
only when he sneaks up and scores a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the sad part.
And what a
about
great
it.
goal it was.
It really was.
Great touch. Ah,
The Woodstock Academy
good for him
Center.
if he gets it. We only get 2 votes.
We're going to have to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm very
At this
curious.
time, we'd also like to award the most valuable player. for
Well, here we go. The most
championship game.
valuable player.
The award goes to, from Woodstock Academy, number 4,
Chase
Anderson.
Anderson
yeah,
is your
it's a-
MVP.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The Woodstock Academy senior. Congratulations to Chase Anderson on his MVP, most valuable player here in the ECC
Yeah,
Championship.
absolutely. Great defense. I haven't seen a team that defend that well in a long time.
Yeah, they played well. I
They
mean,
were solid.
They stymied East Lyme. I mean, again, it's almost as they figured things out the minute they got that opportunity.
Yeah.
And after that, even including the second half, they really played the ball on both sides.
So composed.
It really
They
was,
they
yeah.
Composed. They were well coached, well organized. It's just fun to watch. Fun to watch tonight.
Well, we'll be back in about 45 minutes, 7 o'clock on the dot. Come on back, and we will have the girls' soccer final between the Plainfield High School Panthers and these Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Join us at 7 o'clock, everybody.